Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
An entity may be expecting either reimbursement of the entire expenditure incurred by it or a reimbursement of certain portion of the expenditure incurred by it. This is what can give rise to a reimbursement asset. The accounting issue is, how should this reimbursement asset be recognized in our books? And if we are recognizing it in our books, how should it be presented in our financial statements? But first, let's understand the case of a reimbursement asset with the help of a simple example. Let's say there is a manufacturer, there's a retailer, and then of course the end customer. The retailer is selling the products to the customer on warranty basis. The retailer is promising the customer that, see, once you buy this particular product, if later it develops a manufacturing defect, then you can return back this product to us. So the product will be returned back to the retailer. Obviously, the retailer will pass it on to the manufacturer. And whatever are the repair expenses will be borne by the manufacturer. Once the product has been repaired, the manufacturer will return it to the retailer and the retailer will pass it on to the customer. So this is the arrangement which is there, and it is working extremely fine. However, over a period of time, the retailer has itself developed the capability of doing certain minor repairs. So we have now a revised arrangement between the manufacturer and the retailer. The retailer will carry out minor repairs, while the manufacturer will carry out major repairs. So when any product sold to the customer is developing some manufacturing defect, it will be returned back first to the retailer. The retailer will examine the product and decide whether minor repairs are required or some major repairs are required. If only minor repairs are required, then the retailer itself will carry out those expenses. Of course, the retailer is incurring these expenses on behalf of the manufacturer. The ultimate liability of incurring the expenses is not on the retailer, but on the manufacturer. So you know what happens? The retailer will carry out the minor repairs and then it will demand a reimbursement of the same from the manufacturer. Let us say in the year 2019-20, the retailer has incurred, let's say, rupees 5 lakhs of minor repairs. These 5 lakhs of rupees are required to be reimbursed by the manufacturer. So at the year end, whatever are the documentations which are required, whatever proofs are required, the retailer is providing those proofs to the manufacturer, arguing with the manufacturer that, see, I have incurred 5 lakhs of rupees of minor expenses, please reimburse this particular amount. This reimbursement, which will be done by the manufacturer to the retailer, please understand this. When the manufacturer will reimburse this expense to the retailer, it will give rise to an inflow of resources. Now, this inflow of resources can be considered to be an asset which can be recognized in the books only if its collection is 100% certain. So, as a retailer, are you 100% sure that the manufacturer will reimburse 5 lakhs of rupees? For example, in the past, there have been disputes between the manufacturer and the retailer. Many a times, the manufacturer has alleged that the retailer is unnecessarily shooting up the expense and demanding a higher reimbursement. That is the reason they have this system. Whatever are the documentations which are required, whatever proofs are required, it is maintained by the retailer. All that is shared with the manufacturer, and once the manufacturer is convinced, then the manufacturer is releasing the reimbursement. So, at the end of the year, there is always a reason to believe that this rupees 5 lakhs may be reimbursed, may not be reimbursed. quite possible that the manufacturer may disagree with the retailer and suggest that we will not reimburse 5 lakhs, we will reimburse, let us say, anything less than rupees 5 lakhs. So, what we are supposed to do in this situation? If you are saying that I want to recognize a reimbursement asset in my books, it is possible only if you are 100% sure that this 5 lakhs will be collected. If you are of the view that I may be able to collect it or I may not be able to, then it will become a contingent asset. Right? See, an inflow of resources which is not 100% confirmed is a contingent asset. And we know it very well. Contingent assets cannot be provided for in the books. So, the realization of the reimbursement asset should be virtually certain. Virtually certain means you should be 100% sure that there will definitely be an inflow of resources. If you are 100% sure that we will collect it, only then you can show it in your books. So recognition of reimbursement asset is possible provided you are virtually certain that the collection of that reimbursement will be possible. For example, before we finalize our financial statements, we are receiving a communication from the manufacturer. The manufacturer suggests to us that yes, everything is fine. We will definitely release 5 lakhs of rupees in the next 1 month or maybe in the next 1 week. The moment you receive this communication, that means the collection of 5 lakhs is 100% certain. If it is 100% certain, then it is no longer a contingent asset. It becomes a reimbursement asset. And I should recognize this reimbursement asset in my books. If I do not receive any communication from the manufacturer, then its collection is doubtful. And if its collection is doubtful, it is a contingent asset. Contingent asset cannot be recognized in my books. So let's assume for a moment that the manufacturer is giving us a communication, suggesting to the retailer rather, that everything is fine. Very soon we are going to release 5 lakhs of rupees to you. So now this will be shown as a reimbursement asset in the books of the retailer. It is virtually certain, so please recognize it as an asset in your books. How will I present it? When you are preparing a statement of profit and loss, report this as a reimbursement asset in your P&L. Please don't show it as other income. You incurred 5 lakhs rupees of repair expense and this repair expense will be reimbursed by the manufacturer. You are not earning any income out of it. So when you are presenting it in your financial statements, it should be presented as a realization of reimbursement asset and not as an income. So in our example, since now the reimbursement asset is confirmed, I will recognize that in my books and I will present it in my financial statement. That is, I will present it in my statement of profit and loss as a reimbursement asset. Please do not show it as a part of other income.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.